Yeah, it's not located on any map. It's located right here. Right here. Capital M, capital T, MensTown. There's trust and friendship between men. There's no deals going south. There's no lawyers there. Only real men. And a few good dogs.
Oh, yeah! Chase is back! Episode 37, the return of Chase. And obviously we have Lydia here, my wonderful girlfriend. Chase, my boy, what's going on, brother?
Happy to be back. You
Dude.
know, spent a long time in the bush. Just trying to adjust time back in civilization.
What
And
kind of bush are we talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
you can interpret that any way you'd like. But yeah, excited to be back. Sorry for the hiatus, and hope you guys see a lot more of me in the future.
Yeah, Chase has been in Eastern Uzbekistan doing missionary work still.
I went to Dagestan 2-3 years and forget. So working on my grappling.
Yeah, Chase is trying to get into UFC fighting. Oh,
So,
man. And obviously we have Lydia. What's going on?
Hello.
That's weird. I don't think I ever call you by your actual name.
No, it's babe, baby, honey, stinky,
Shithead.
shithead,
Yeah. Anything but her name.
stinky
I don't know.
boo-boo.
It's feels weird calling her that. But hey, tell Chase what we got going on today, because obviously you guys are. I mean, Chase is OG host, but I guess considered a special guest. I don't know, because
special
he's still,
returning guest.
yeah, special
Yes.
returning guest, and you're obviously a guest. Yeah, I mean, you've been on before, but we kind of planned this out where I'll let you explain it. Just kind of what we're doing today.
So today, I am going to be asking Chase and Jay some very, very important questions about dating.
This could go either really well or really poorly, because my own girlfriend.
Depending on how you answer, yes.
Yeah, so we have a couple games laid out that we wanted to do. But without further ado, episode 37, we call this one Cupid's Casualty, because I think Chase and I will be catching, or Lydia's going to be catching a couple casualties. We do have the return of my boy Chase, which I'm freaking ecstatic about. Chase, I've been trying to get you back on for how long
Way
now?
too long, yeah, way too long.
So you bring a different dynamic to the show, man. And even like everybody I've talked to is like, dude, where's Chase at? He just brings a different dynamic. You obviously know ball.
I'm cooler than Bake, basically.
Well, look, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I agree. That guy he kind of sucks.
Somebody had to say it. Had to say it.
He kind of sucks, but you know ball. Let's hope you know girls, because that's.
I've been single for coming up on 2 years now. So I was in various relationships for 10 years prior to that. Excited to see if I still have any knowledge and have Lydia roast me a little bit.
Yeah, and if you make the cut.
Yeah. See if I'm just a walking red flag or I got a chance.
I think you're kind of cute.
All right, so this first game that we're going to be doing is going to be She's or He is a 10, but so I'm going to say they're a 10, but they clap when the plane lands, something like that. Chase, you answer first. Jay, you answer second. I'll answer third. We'll talk about it. Move on to the next.
All right, bet. So so that's the first one. She's a 10, but she claps when the plane lands.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. She's a 10, but she claps when the plane lands.
Chase?
Smash. Yeah, not a big deal to me. That's definitely not a big deal to me. But yeah, I mean, captains have a hard job. If it's captaining a plane or a boat, like I do personally, or have done in the past personally, captains deserve respect. So yeah, you let them know they did a good job.
Yeah, I like that answer.
I've
this is-
definitely said some shit to a pilot that's had a rough landing, and he's standing outside of the cockpit. Like, you gotta let him know. Like, your first day.
Sir, I've been working here for 20 years.
So give him a little shit if it was bad, but yeah, if it was nice and calm, you got there 20 minutes before you were supposed to. Give the man a little clap.
Respect that.
The answers are going to be smash or pass. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm with Chase on this one. Smash. Especially nowadays, like, God forbid, I'm on a Delta flight with my girlfriend. You see what I did there? And she claps. Dude, Delta's bad. Delta's bad nowadays. You see all the crap that's going on with them, like catching fire and crashing and just having all these problems. Yeah.
is that
clap as
Delta
much
or
as
is
you
that
want.
American?
I think it's Delta. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think it's Delta. I think it's American.
Let's look. Delta airline problems. Widespread flight disruptions, customer service failure, recent investigations. Delta Airlines, yeah, this one's on fire. This one has engine issues, mechanical issues.
It's not just American now. Dang.
Yeah, I'd say American's up there, but yeah, absolutely smash. Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to have to go with pass.
Really? So if I started clapping, I'm not saying I'm a 10, but
I could see a dude being an ick. Yeah, I could see that being an ick for a dude.
That is such an ick for me because it's so annoying. It's such like a typical white person thing to do. And I mean, granted, we are the whitest of the white, but it gives me the ick. I'm like, that social anxiety. I'm like, I don't want my partner to be like loudly clapping, especially if they're the only one loudly clapping. No.
keep that in mind next time.
That's going to be a hard pass for me.
They're gonna be
That's
like,
why you
why?
gotta join them.
Yeah, they're
You
gonna be
can't
like,
you can't leave the odd man out. You gotta join with them.
I would 100% not clap along with him. I wouldn't do it.
well, they're gonna be like, why is this 4 clapping right now? All right, let's move on to the next
All
one.
right. They're a 10, but they still text their ex.
Chase.
I mean, if this is a just smash scenario, it's a 10. But definitely for a relationship.
We're talking about relationship. Like
yeah, relationship absolutely not. Yeah, that's a big red flag. That's a yeah. If you guys are such good friends still, why'd you break up? So
yeah,
yeah.
pass. 110%. Luckily, I don't have to worry about this. But pass. And I won't say the reasoning why, but yeah, pass. That's a no go for me.
I mean, it's really hard, and that scenario is never going to happen.
We'll just keep it at that. But
they would just ghost me.
oh, God bless.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to laugh at.
Oh man,
that's gonna be a pass for me too. Along with that, keeping photos of that person, and expecting the other person to delete photos of their ex. So like having that double standard kind of goes along with like if your significant other is texting their ex or your significant other has pictures on their phone of their ex, but they don't want you texting your ex or having photos of your ex. That kind of goes along with it as well.
Yeah, I think there's very few double standard things when it comes to relationship. Like you guys both got to be willing to do the same thing. Go halfway. So
All right.
Okay.
They're a 10, but they think no, let's do they're a 10, but they collect crystals and have tapestries and or burns incense.
into it, smash.
Ooh. Brother, ooh. No. I'm out. Pass.
Yo, hippie girlies, hit me up. What's up?
Listen.
What the heck was that? Look, I know Lydia's got some crystals, but she doesn't like worship them, you know? She just occasionally sticks them up her rectum.
Especially this one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No,
that's a pass for me.
I have malachite. I have some crystals. So it's not a huge deal for me. Obviously, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say smash, but I wouldn't say pass.
Well,
For a guy,
I don't think
I think it's a little bit. For a guy, I think it's a little bit different. Tapestries. I'm gonna assume the guy version of that is going to be flags on the wall.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Those are my college days, okay?
Okay, listen. Okay. Pass if it's a Saturdays are for the boys flag. Hate that shit.
I feel personally attacked right now.
No, that's just F-boy behavior, in my opinion.
Okay.
Babe, have you met who you're dating?
At my
frat
college,
boy at 28.
At my college, all of the guys that had the Saturday are for the boys flags were like super big F boys. So that's a pass, but everything else is like kind of I don't mind it.
Those are tucked away, so we don't have to worry about those until I get a man cave.
You can have it in you can have a room all to yourself, or you can just decorate with those flags all you want. I will not step foot in there.
And Chase is going to love it when he comes over.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, most of my art's nautically themed, so.
All right. Let's do one more from this. So, last one for this one is they're a 10, but they hate cats.
Ooh. Chase?
Did she say cats or pads?
Cats. Cats as in...
I mean, if she's a tampon girl, that's
whatever
works for her.
They just free bleed.
The cat.
Well, yeah, obviously that would be a problem for me. I have two cats, so yeah. It's not like I'm taking mine back to the shelter, so I guess we're passing.
All right. Now this one's interesting because Lydia knows that I did not like cats whenever we first started dating. So, but she changed my mind. Her cats are pretty cool, so I'm with you. I can't do it. Like if Lydia didn't like we'll use the opposite. If Lydia didn't like dogs, it probably wouldn't work. You know?
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of how I feel. Huge major red flag for me if you don't like animals, like any kind of animal. Like the weird ones I get, like tarantulas, giant snakes. That's not everyone's cup of tea. But like cats and dogs, if you don't like both and you're not okay with both, that's a huge red flag and that's a pass.
Yeah. She loves my anaconda though, so.
Animals on furniture. Where do we land on that?
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Animals
that's a family member.
Yeah. It really irks me whenever pet owners don't let their animals on the furniture. I'm like, it's their house too.
Yeah.
If you don't if you don't want your pets on a furniture, don't have pets.
For sure.
All right. Let's see. Let's do
Next game.
next game. It's going to be red flags and green flags. So kind of like
boy.
red light, green light, but red flags and green flags.
Okay.
We're going to switch up the rotation. So again, Chase is going to answer first, then I'm going to answer, and then Jay's going to answer. So, red flag or green flag? She or he have never had a long-term relationship.
That's a good question.
What's long term?
That's a good question. For myself, I have never been in a relationship that hasn't lasted more than a year-ish.
Yeah, I'd say a year's probably considered long term.
I would say a year is long-term.
I mean, it wouldn't be a huge red flag, but definitely would yeah, it's almost a yellow flag. Wouldn't say green flag.
Whoa,
Wouldn't
buddy.
say red flag. But yeah, there's either some extenuating circumstances. Maybe they've been in a couple 6-month relationships.
Maybe a couple 11 months, just haven't reached that 12-month mark.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat with you. It's a yellow flag for me. Like very cautionary. I do know that when Jay and I first started dating, he hadn't been in any long-term relationships. And we're now
true?
like, yeah.
F-boy vibes, baby.
And now we're like 3 years into a relationship. So I wouldn't say it's a red flag. It's definitely not a green flag. It's right in the middle. It's a yellow flag.
Yeah. I mean, and Jay's a perfect example. He was in school. Like, if you're my age, I'm 28. So if there's a girl that has been getting her doctorate this whole time, not focused on relationships, like obviously that's a little bit different than
if you're just messing around,
some incel hoe, or just messing around.
Yeah, like
I'm with y'all.
My 2 younger sisters, they both haven't been in long-term relationships, but they're so much focused on like school and their careers that, I mean, they're only 25, but they haven't, like, one of them has never had a boyfriend, but it's not because, she hasn't tried. She just doesn't want it right now.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself, kings and queens.
And queens.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you couldn't have said it better myself, and I'm not going to say it better myself. So
you refuse to.
On to the next one.
All right. She or he. Ooh, this one. This one's might be a hot take for some people. They make significantly more than you, but expect you to match it or go in 50-50. So if you're living together, 50-50.
I mean, yeah, she'd have to get on board with eating
Some
a lot
ramen
more
noodles,
economically. Like, yeah, living in a smaller house than, obviously, like, if you want, like, I feel like that's if you want your lifestyle to maintain, then you got to continue to pay the amount that you were paying before. Like, I'm not gonna just match that. I'll help how I can if you're making that much more, but yeah, if it's out of my means to continue your lifestyle, then you're gonna have to back up off that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, red flag for me.
Yeah, same here. Huge red flag. I've watched a lot of other like videos of Am I the Asshole? Of couples who were like, Am I the asshole for not wanting to match my significant other, even though I make 40,000 and he makes 140,000. And the significant other that makes significantly more wants them to split the bills 50-50. That's not gonna work. I know that, like, I don't make as much as Jay does, but I will be making a lot. But I'm not gonna, like, when
but you get in the kitchen for him.
I do cook for him.
Plain and simple.
I do cook for him.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's just other ways to contribute. Like, if I'm not making as much, maybe I can't match you in whatever we're paying for
I'll
whatever.
do more of the housework.
But I can make sure the yard's taken care of. I can make sure everything else is
that you edged.
Yeah, that things are taken care of around the house at the very least. So I mean, it goes same thing for a wife in that situation. So we got.
I mean, yeah, we got Lydia in here twice now. Let's go.
I think we got 2 Lydias.
Let's go. Oh man, double the pleasure. Am I right?
One for me.
One for Jay, one for Chase.
Hey, let's get this other one out of here, baby. What's going on here? There we go.
I have no idea.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
No idea.
Yeah, I mean, however you can provide value, I feel like is like enough. You know, like Lydia cooks, I clean, or I cook, and I also clean.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's besides the point. So
that's
yeah, as long as you're
works.
providing value,
Yeah, there's other ways to provide value other than money. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So let's do one more from this one, honey.
Okay.
Because we're running out of a little bit of time, and we got to get to these things.
Last one for this one. This is a good one. They get mad if you don't text back in 10 minutes. Red flag or green flag?
I'm just kidding. I don't be getting mad at that.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm really bad about that, so I'm the last one to talk. But if we're like in the middle of talking about something and then you just ghost me, that's the same of just like walking away from the conversation.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, honey.
So I don't think it's a red flag ish. At the same time, I am notoriously awful at texting. I hate it. I much prefer phone conversations. The phone conversations I have with my family last like 2 hours long because we're just vibing with each other on the phone and then talking when we feel like it. I prefer that rather than sending out a text message because I'm very much like spacey and I forget. And so I will go 30 minutes without responding to something. And Jay's like, hey, are you still alive? And I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, I am. Sorry about that. I was disassociating from the world.
What do for dinner later? And I don't hear back. No,
So
I'm like, obviously, I mean, obviously, like,
it's an orange one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know she's spacey, but I agree with you, Chase. If it's a conversation, like a decent conversation, and I don't hear back, like, yeah, that annoys me a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an annoying thing. Maybe not necessarily a red flag, but like on the flip side of that, like, what are you doing? What are you doing that you can't text me back?
Yeah, you taking a shit or what?
Yeah, for me, it's probably I'm gaming with Jay, so it's like that's why I'm not texting.
That's facts. Yeah, you kind of suck at texting back too. Like
yeah, I'm really bad about it.
I always try to text Chase and tell him I love him and good night, and he never sends me back. Like, so if you guys think that Chase should start texting me back saying I love you, good night too, Pookie, thumbs up this video and like this video.
And subscribe.
Yeah, and then if you think I should just send him a big veiny dick pic, then
that works too.
You can just go ahead and subscribe right now.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
All right. Last thing right?
I think we're losing Lydia a little bit, but this last segment I think is more tailored for Chase, because it's essentially you're going to be building your perfect date, and I don't know.
Did you just kick her?
No. Yeah, I gave her the boot. Skedaddle. No, I mean, this next part is essentially just for you because I'm dating Lydia, and it might be a little bit awkward if I try to build up my perfect date.
And it's not our first
Because
date.
she's sitting right there.
Yeah. So this one's for you, Chase. I want to know your budget, the setting, the vibe. Is she wearing lace panties? Who's picking the place?
What does he wear?
Are we talking about a first date? What are we talking about? First date.
First date. Yeah, I like that.
I see. It's tough because I live in a little BFE town in Kentucky, so not like there's a whole lot of nice restaurants around here. I would say, depending on how long have you been talking? Did you just meet?
Okay,
that's a big question.
Say you're taking my girlfriend on a date. Okay? Plan it out.
So I'm thinking dinner should range somewhere. I mean, if you're getting drinks, you're probably looking at $100, right?
She has celiac,
Minimum.
so take that into account.
So she's not drinking beer. She's drinking ciders.
He knows. He's good.
I know that. I know things.
Hey, careful! I might dump Jay for you.
We're probably not going to an Italian restaurant, right? That's a lot of carbs.
I'm actually carb
loading.
I'm carb loading right now.
So bread's fine.
No.
Well, it depends. Is it gluten-free bread?
Is it? Yeah. So maybe you're going for a different. I personally love Asian food, so it would probably be some sort of hibachi, maybe some sushi, because hopefully she'll like food that I like and that I want to eat most of the time. So it's kind of a. By the way, I'm picking where we're going, right?
Of course.
I'm spending the money. I don't even know if I like you yet. I'm at least going to have a good time at a place that I like.
So you're spending the money.
Where your head's at.
So I'm picking the place, and hopefully we have a good time. We meet, we connect. But setting is huge because you don't want to go to a noisy, stand at a counter, order your food. You're not going to a Chipotle. Are we in agreement with that?
My Chipotle kind of bangs.
We're going somewhere. It can still be a chain. Maybe an Outback. That's a personal favorite of mine. Maybe do a steakhouse, something like that. Something with variety in case she does have nut or bread or whatever allergies. So
she ain't allergic to nut, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, with what I'm wearing, probably gonna shave. Definitely need to do that already right now. I don't know, probably a polo. You don't want to go too crazy. Not for a first date.
I'll need you to dial it back, brother. My girlfriend is right there.
Maybe a polo. Maybe some chino shorts or some slacks. Nothing crazy. We can take it all the way back to 2009. I'll bring out the Nike Zoom Elite socks and then some Sperry's. If that's the situation, I'm going to have to throw on the cargo shorts. That was the move.
Your Aeropostale shirt.
With the Aeropostale shirt. It was with the double. You remember the ones that had like the double collar?
Oh yeah. Flames.
No girl wants that.
I'll have my puka shell necklace on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I want to listen to pick her up, listening to Sugar Ray. just take her all the way back.
Yeah. What would you guys
Back to a
talk
better
about?
time. What would we talk about? I feel like that's just a good time to get to know a person, find out music taste. You find out a lot about a person by music taste.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't say some obscure shit that you've never heard of that you gotta look up a YouTube video right there at the table. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool or whatever. But yeah, you gotta find out what you have in common on a first date, right? You gotta
Yeah.
find out if there's gonna be a second date, if you even want a second date. Obviously, as guys, we're trying to get a second date. We're trying to get a third date.
And we're trying to get the whole plate, baby.
so you gotta figure out. I felt like D Wade with LeBron. But yeah, there's first dates should be somewhat casual, but not too casual. And should be a lot of talking. There should not be a whole lot of phone usage at the table, other than, oh, you don't know who that is? But even then, try and make contact
I love it.
with that person.
I love it. All right. Well, with that being said,
That's
baby,
a guy that hasn't been on a first date in a long time. So
well, with that being
that's what
said,
I remember, at least.
That's good. Baby, I want you to rank him as a boyfriend. Like, if he were to take you out, rank everything he just said on a scale of 1 to 10 based on those answers.
Okay, can we circle back to what he's wearing first?
Well, obviously he's going to be wearing the Sperry's with the Nike Elite socks.
Yeah.
What else would you wear on a first date?
That's a must.
Maybe
I gotta
slides?
let her know I got motion.
Yeah, maybe slides as well.
I'm gonna assume you're wearing the chino shorts with the polo.
Yeah, chino polo, some penny loafers. No,
But
I can't pull
second
off
date-
penny loafers.
Second date, you bet your sweet bippy he's pulling out the Nike Elites.
Based off of all of those answers, 9.5.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I'm really impressed.
Clap it up.
Guys, I think if this video gets 100 likes, we'll do likes or views on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music, whatever. I think we'll get somebody to go on a date live and shoot it out as a podcast.
Yes.
What do you think, baby? You like that idea?
Oh, I love that idea.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
One last curveball. Okay. Do you guys think ghosting can be considered self-care?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Chase?
Yeah. I've had to ghost somebody recently. If I've tried to make up excuses for multiple times when you've asked me to hang out, get the message, dude. I mean, I would expect the same if I was reaching out to a woman. You shut me down 2-3 times. I'm gonna leave you alone. But sometimes you just gotta ghost, and hopefully that sends the correct message. But yeah, self-care for sure.
For a woman, there are some weirdos out there. Like, there are some genuine, like, freaks. So ghosting a guy, absolutely. Self-care 101. If he's giving you the ick, if he's making you uncomfy, if you're just not, you're like, oh, get away from me, ghost him. That's self-care.
Love it. Love it. Guys, girls, this was great. I had a blast. I hope you guys had fun. Chase, Lydia, thank you guys for joining me. Chase, I want you back, baby. And I now want my girlfriend back because I think you just stole her from me.
Well, yeah, I mean, my connection was good. I don't know about Lydia's, but
I'm
Yeah, if
currently
my
looking
connection can
up.
stay like this, I'll be around.
Will there
I
be a
have
second date?
I have to move apartments in the end of July, so I'm currently looking at apartments in Kentucky right now.
So yes, the second
Oh
date.
wow.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, we got a second date.
Yeah, she just turned off her camera. She's
She's all right, y'all. Thank you guys. MensTown Roundtable. Thank you guys for all the support. We got over 8,000 views on YouTube on one of our shorts. Shout out to Chase. Shout out to Lydia. Keep pumping these numbers up. 100 views on this video, whether it be Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever platform we're on. We'll bring Chase on we'll get somebody to go on a live date with him on here, and we'll put it out there for everybody. So, all right, much love. Thank you guys. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Lydia. Love you guys. Peace.